In every game we play, there's always a role we choose to be. We can be a decoy, fighter, trickster, defender, or support. But did you know who can master all of these roles? A spy. Spies are experts of disguise. They can blend in everywhere and as anyone. Being one requires you to have good agility, strength, intelligence, and apparently a family. I don't know about others, but Twilight really needs one. Twilight, under the fake name Lloyd Forger, forms a family in his new mission, Operation Strix, introducing his lovely wife, Yor, the Thorn Princess, and his adopted daughter, Anya, a telepath. World peace is now at the hands of a fake family of misfits. Ready your fake identity, sharpen your blades, and open up that mind of yours, because here is 15 plus anime like Spy X Family. Let's get into the video. And at number 16 we have Attack on Titan, which is surely one of the most emotionally damaging anime series ever produced. Despite the fact that Spy X Family isn't anywhere near as emotionally devastating as Attack on Titan, the series is produced under Studio Wit, the same studio that is also producing Spy X Family at the moment. And the two shows have some parallels in terms of animation and a bit of pacing. Attack on Titan also has a distinct family dynamic with Eren's parents parenting Mikasa, who isn't connected to them in any way, as well as a unique setting. Follow the death of his parents, Eren Yeager's determination to kill the Titans may be understood by his fans. Lloyd Forger's ambition to create a world wherein children won't cry after seeing the horrors of war is similar to this, since he too has seen the tragedies from war. So all in all, there are some differences, but the few similarities are surprisingly on point. Number 15 we have Kakushigoto. Ever wondered how mangaka live their daily lives? Because I bet it's not just about drawings and autographs. Kakushigoto is one of the anime series that brings limitless fun and brains, similar to Spy X Family, and the dad hides his true identity from his daughter. The anime revolves around Kakushigoto, a manga artist who is well known for creating works that include sus topics. Given this lack of impression when his child Hime was born, he promised to keep his career a secret from her, knowing that if she finds out, she wouldn't be angry, just disappointed. Kakushi finds himself a mess as a result of this paranoia-induced notion. Despite the fact that he's a single parent, he tries his best and frequently goes to great lengths to keep a secret hidden, such as posing as just a salaryman each day, or doing emergency procedures if Hime manages to find her way back to his workplace. He's just a budget Batman. At number 14 we have Fullmetal Panic. Fullmetal Panic and Spy X Family are a mix of slice of life, suspense, and action, with characters that have remarkable talents who are striving to keep their identities a secret. The anime takes place in a timeline where the Cold War has not yet ended. It features a mercenary as well as a former child warrior named Sosuke, on his quest to protect a psychic schoolgirl named Kaname, who has the ability to communicate with animals. Sosuke has a military background but finds it hard to fit into regular school life, and he interacts with others just like a soldier would. In some cases it gets pretty awkward. While comparing the two, the story of Spy X Family revolves around the top spy, also known as Lloyd, who has been assigned his most difficult task to date: to build a fake family in an attempt to penetrate a school. Both of them will really give you some slice of life, the suspense and action you want. And number 13, The Great Pretender. If there's street basketball, then what do you call a street spy? A con man. I think they're pretty cool, but of course, that's just on screen. I wouldn't want anyone to lose their things and properties in real life. Well, maybe you can try stealing my heart. I wouldn't mind that. I'm single. Great Pretender and Spy X Family piques our interest by making us curious about the characters' backstories and the climax of their respective stories. Several tragic occurrences have driven Makoto Idamura to a life of crime where he earns a livelihood by pickpocketing and conning other people out of their money. Nevertheless, after conning a supposedly gullible traveler, Makoto realizes that he had been in fact the one who had been duped. And to make things worse, some police are currently on his trail. What's in store for this con man? And at number 12 we have My Hero Academia. We can't make a list of anime similar to Spy X Family without having this anime. We all know Anya, the telepathic child who always says waku waku, is the most loved character of Spy X Family. She has the ability to read minds and is aware of her mother's and father's actual identities: assassin and spy. Now the anime community is saying protect Anya at all costs. I think those guys would go to war if there's a chance Anya will get hurt. Anya has reminded us a lot about Eri, one of the youngest characters of My Hero Academia, and they're both incredibly cute. Everyone that has seen My Hero Academia has taken a strong appreciation for Eri, just as fans and also people who love Spy X Family have developed a strong admiration for Anya from the beginning. Eri and Anya also went through the same experiences, being treated only as mere experiments. Everyone knows what My Hero Academia is all about, so let's just get on to the next one. At number 11, we have Barakamon. Just like Spy X Family, this anime also gives emphasis on the bond between a kid and their parents. And even in the part where the parent has some kind of moral transformation as a result of the kid. All of which is shown in a funny, healthy, and wholesome way. The story of this anime revolves around Seishu Handa, a young and promising calligrapher who's also a bit of a narcissist, like every anime fan. He's young, gorgeous, and brilliant, but puts himself in too much admiration. Whenever a veteran calls his award-winning play unoriginal, Seishu loses his cool aura, which has serious consequences for others, and himself. Once he met Naru Kotoishi after he was exiled to the Goto Islands, his view on life changed. He learned so much more about people, and he finally sees the most beautiful aspects in the smallest things in life. And at number 10, we have Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. A dragon as a maid. Who would have known that was possible? The plot of this anime revolves around three dynamic people and their relationship with one another. They're both entertaining and fun to watch. It can actually take your time without you even noticing it. Also, Spy X Family and Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid's genres are comedic and pretty wholesome, which explains a great deal about why Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is on the list. The main characters in this anime are Kobayashi and her dragon maid Toru. That charming, lively, and crazy maid was previously a dragon. That was until Toru was saved by Kobayashi and they started living together. We get to see their daily lives and more characters join in the fun. Just like Spy X Family, it's their daily lives of the characters that have this most unique chemistry. And at number 9, we have Vivi's Fluorite Eye Song. The anime adaptation of the manga is called the Terminator series. It is set in the faraway future. Well, not too far away. I'm just waiting for Arnold Schwarzenegger to cameo in this one. The anime features killer robots, as well as a bit of time travel. But before that, I'll introduce first the main character of this anime, Vivi, traveling back in time in an attempt to prevent Judgment Day from happening. The animation is just stunning, and the fight choreography's Vivi Fluorite Eye's Song focuses more on action compared to Spy X Family. But if you like hand-to-hand fight scenes, then don't miss this out. The level of the scenes where characters go ham between these two anime is phenomenal. Again, we're just waiting on Arnold Schwarzenegger. At number 8, we have Bungo Stray Dog. To those who already watched this, no, Dazai is not the protagonist, it's Atsushi. Y'all are just simping and jealous for a man covered in bandages, just way too much. As for the others who haven't watched it yet, Bungo Stray Dogs has the detective agency, well, somehow similar to Spy X Family. Also, both of them include a lot of comedy, so it is really a must to add this onto your list. I mean, laughter is the best medicine, right? Healing for everyone. The story of this anime revolves around the people that were considered outcasts or those who are trying to find a reason to live. They joined the detective agency, a group of agents that deal with the supernatural using their own unique gifts. Plus we got Dazai, a Lloyd Foiger that just has loose screws here and there. And at number 7 we have Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. The same as Spy X Family, Fullmetal Alchemist is one of the most popular anime ever. As its popularity exponentially rises, it is quite nice to really include this anime on this list of anime like Spy X Family, while both of them show a common theme on brotherhood, family, and just Nakama energy. Only their main difference is that Fullmetal Alchemist is mainly drama while Spy X Family is more on comedy. Fullmetal Alchemist is more on alchemy and the magic, while Spy X Family goes with assassins and action. Trust me guys, this really is worth your eyes. So if you really like Spy X Family, you can really watch Fullmetal Alchemist. It's a no-brainer. Fullmetal Alchemist, as we all know, follows the stories of Ed and Alphonse as they search for the Philosopher's Stone to get their bodies back after an experiment went horribly wrong. The journey they go through is hard and a lot of danger awaits, but their bond as brothers will always keep them coming on top. And at number 6 we have Hinamatsuri. Both anime begin with a ridiculous idea. The male main character who's a Yakuza is forced to take on the responsibility of taking care of a kid who has abilities. Well, to remind you about Anya, this amazing mixture results in some amusing, wholesome, and surprising twists. Spider-Man said, with great power comes great responsibility, and when that great authority is used to raise a troublesome kid, well, this is no joke. Misunderstandings are common, and they often result in hilarious scenarios that will have you panting for breath. Hinamatsuri follows the story of Hina, who suddenly popped into Nita's life out of nowhere. A yakuza and an overpowered girl's daily life spells nothing but trouble. Together they go on crazy trips like wiping out an entire rival gang and just having fun in their antics. Watch Hinamatsuri if you couldn't get enough of Lloyd and Anya's funny interactions. And number 5, we have the Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited. I'm pretty sure most of the ladies and even men who've watched this entry fantasized of having Daisuke as their Santa Claus at least once. Yep, this is a heads up to those who are planning to watch it. The Millionaire Detective Balance Unlimited revolves around Daisuke Kanbei. He's a billionaire and at the same time a detective at a crime prevention headquarters in Tokyo. He's unapologetically in favor of using money as a way of uncovering the truth, although his friend Harukatu often doesn't approve of his methods. Because smart criminals may just get something out of their thoughtless arguments when they work together on difficult investigations, the pair of detectives should put their difference aside when they collaborate on complicated crimes. Much like the popular television series Spy X Family, the action-packed anime provides viewers with the episodes filled with cases that force them to know new things at every step. And number 4, we have The Promised Neverland. I bet most of you heard Neverland in Peter Pan first, but fair warning, this anime is not even half as magical as Peter Pan just because Neverland was mentioned in the title. Y'all better prepare your hearts for this because episode 1 will make your jaw drop. After a few years ago, this anime was amongst the most well-known anime series. This series might capture the imagination of people in Spy X Family since it's also produced by Cloverworks and features almost the same character dynamics. The Promised Neverland revolves around the story of kids in an orphanage. They live a happy life and sometimes they finally get adopted and say their tearful goodbyes. But what they don't know is there's a much darker truth about the world they live in. 3 of the orphans get a glimpse of this horrible fact and their fake reality is smashed to pieces. And at number 3 we have Love of Kill. Another anime similar to Spy X Family that I recommend you watch, and despite the fact that its tone isn't as humorous or as pleasant as Spy X Family, I'm sure that both will bring an intriguing idea. The anime series is about a relationship between a bounty hunter and an assassin, and both the main character of Spy X Family and Love of Kill have competing interests. Anyone who is fascinated about Yor and Twilight's complicated relationship will likely find the link between Chateau and Ryangha to be entertaining and interesting. But sadly, Anya's missing in this one. The story of Love of Kill revolves around an unlikely duo. In exchange for information, Chateau goes out with Ryangha, but this agreement might lead to both their downfalls. These two killers' pasts are about to crawl back from the grave and haunt them once more. And number 2 we have Princess Principal. Are you perhaps thinking that this is about a princess that hides her identity by becoming a principal at school? Well, sorry to break it to you, but it's not. I wish it could have been though. This anime begins after they have discovered the presence of a specific mineral that resulted in the development of sophisticated military technology. Sorry about that. My geekiness got the best of me. Well, the city of London has separated by just a wall, as the kingdom and the Commonwealth go through a sort of cold war. Through spying and secret surveillance, the two opposing groups of the city are trying to bring each other down. Among the students of a famous university, there's a gang of spies, and let me tell you, you don't judge a spy by their cuteness. Both Princess Principal and Spy X Family are set in imaginary worlds that are somewhat realistic, as well as where spies and assassins rule the streets. Also, both anime series actually occur mostly in schools, with Princess Principal taking things a little more seriously than the other. Well, it's a really good deal watching this anime. Maybe this will be Anya's future if she decides to become a spy. And for our top number 1, the best anime like Spy X Family is surprisingly Mob Psycho 100. Now, hold on. Don't go on a rant and let me explain this properly. First, we have telepathic abilities, okay? Note that. Those who are interested in Anya's telepath abilities may appreciate Mob Psycho 100. This anime depicts a young kid who has psychic abilities. Unlike Anya though, Mob is not as cheery or as humorous as she is. Well, not most of the time. There's also the family dynamic where Mob considers his tutor Raygon to be a loving father of sorts, even though he isn't, but he's hilarious. As stunning as Twilight or Yor, Raygon has his own style of keeping Mob safe. To me, he's personally one of my most favorite characters ever in anime. Mob Psycho has the wholesomeness, the weird family dynamic, the action, and even the silly and lovable day-to-day lives of the characters that makes both Spy X Family and Mob Psycho a great watch. And it is without a speck of doubt the best anime, just like Spy X Family. And that's it, my lovely ninjas. Do you already have something in mind to watch? Let me know in the comments. I know that you haven't completely watched Spy X Family yet for obvious reasons, but both the manga and the anime adaptation are still ongoing. For the time being, you can start watching any anime in this list that managed to capture your interest. I know there's 1,000 more spy anime, but these recommendations are surely the best when it comes to this topic. It's your boy Ernie Senpai. Let me know what you think in the comments. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe.